everyone, welcome back to Law Life and Business with D. So, at the last episode, we discussed laying the right legal foundation before starting a business. Today, I want to take it a bit further. I would like to discuss some common mistakes that business owners make when starting a business. And as someone qualified in two jurisdictions in Nigeria and in Ontario, Canada, I have seen quite a number of similarities in the mistakes that business owners make. Unfortunately, or fortunately, to be honest, it is unfortunate that the legal ramifications, the implications, the repercussions of these mistakes vary between the two countries. One of the earliest mistakes business owners make is choosing a structure solely based on convenience or cost. Choosing the right structure is not an administrative decision. It is actually a risk decision. The real question should be, who bears the liability if something goes wrong? If you operate as a business name or a sole proprietorship, there is no separate legal personality. The business and the individual are essentially the same. What that means is that if the business is sued, you are being sued in your personal capacity. If the business is in debt, your personal assets are exposed. But if you incorporate a company, you have created a separate legal personality that can sue and be sued. And the liabilities of that entity are limited to the company's assets, unless, of course, you have signed a personal guarantee or there is a case of fraud or wrongful misconduct. The more risks your business carries, the more protection you need to have around yourself. Selling jewelry online and running a fintech company where you are receiving customers' deposits cannot have the same structure. The higher exposure you have to risks, liabilities, third-party claims, regulatory fines, and penalties, the stronger your protection should be. But note, while incorporation gives you that protection, it doesn't eliminate responsibility. Another common mistake entrepreneurs make is failing to enter into proper agreements. Early stage businesses run on relationships and trust. Now, relationships and trust are good, but documentation is what protects those relationships. Documentation and relationships are not opposites and should not be seen as opposites. For instance, you have founders that start a business together. Yes, they have a common goal. Yes, they have a clear vision, but they fail to enter into a founder's agreement. Now, that can be a problem in terms of knowing who owns what portion of the company is held by what founder, what responsibilities are to be set out for each founder. The same applies to where you incorporate a company and you fail to enter into shareholders agreements. Now, first employees have the same problem. The company starts and gets its first employees, same goal, all driving towards achieving a profitable business, but there's no contract binding that employee. What are the terms of termination? What are the employee's rights? What is the employee's remuneration package? What severance notice is required? So many things come into play that would need to be documented. The same thing applies to where the company wishes to offer options or shares to the employees as compensation or remuneration for work done. What are the terms of those options? What are the terms of those shares that you are or that you intend to grant to the employees? What milestones should have been met before the employees can actually accrue those rights? In fact, what's the vesting schedule? How long is the employee meant to be working with the company before X percentage of the options or shares that are being awarded would vest on that employee? What are the rights attached to them? Another mistake entrepreneurs make, a pretty common one, is ignoring licensing or regulatory requirements. Now, incorporating a company, registering a company is one thing, but there are certain businesses that would require additional approvals from the regulators or require a license before you can carry out the business that you intend to operate. And it can be on two fronts. It can be from the state level, it can be from the federal level. In the case of Canada, it can be a provincial level, it can be a municipal level. So it is important to know, what business do I intend to engage in? and what licenses or approvals are required of me. Because incorporating a company in itself does not necessarily mean that you are then authorized to start doing business. Another mistake entrepreneurs make is ignoring ongoing compliance. So once you have registered or incorporated your company and you have been able to secure your license or approval permitting you to operate, you need to keep in mind that there might be some ongoing compliance that are very, very essential to your business. So, do you need to file annual returns? Are there monthly or quarterly returns you need to file? Are there tax returns you need to file? Do you need to renew your license on a yearly basis? Compliance is what keeps your business alive, because failing to meet the necessary compliance requirements can lead to regulatory sanctions, heavy fines, and even dissolution of your business. Legal protection is not a luxury. It is actually a necessity. Thank you for watching this episode. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Bye.